When the going gets awkward, sometimes it's best to just leave.
Bye.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cringiest walkouts during interviews. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, the celebrity subjects must have actually walked out of the interview, not simply threatened to leave or become irritated or combative. Number 10, Julian Assange. Getting an opportunity to speak to the man who probably knows more than most isn't an opportunity to be squandered, but sadly, that's what CNN ended up doing.
And it is extraordinarily disrespectful to those people to start conflating the first revelation of that material with any sort of tabloid journalism.
During a 2010 interview, the journalist repeatedly asked Assange questions about his personal life, prompting him to threaten to walk if the questions didn't stop.
I'm going to walk if you're going to contaminate us revealing the deaths of 104,000 people.
The interview was intended to focus on the importance of WikiLeaks, but quickly turned into inquiries regarding Assange's past lawsuits. After repeated warnings that he would leave if the topic of conversation continued, Assange stayed true to his word and walked out.
Okay, sorry.
Julian, I'm happy to go onto that route. In what sense?
Number 9. Sarah, Duchess of York. Nobody likes being confronted with video evidence of them committing a crime, especially royalty. In an interview with the Australian version of 60 Minutes, the Duchess didn't seem to want to be there whatsoever. Snappy replies, eye-rolling, and the demand that the camera crew delete certain segments of the recording
Delete that bit.
made for an interview that was wild from start to finish. The final straw came when she was shown footage of her accepting a bribe for offering insider access to members of the royal family. With one more huff, the Duchess was out. Number 8. Paris Hilton. Sometimes, celebrities just don't want to give up the spotlight. In the case of Paris Hilton, even the suggestion that her fame had run its course hit a sore spot for the notorious diva. As this ABC News interview went on and she was questioned if she felt threatened by the Kardashians' newfound fame, Hilton became more and more Hilton.
Do you ever worry about your moment having passed?
Sarcastic laughter and clipped, short replies hinted that the TV personality had just about had it with her time in the interview chair. When the reporter asked, "Do you want to wrap up?" Paris spared him an answer and simply got up and left.
You want to wrap up?
When I was curious about one thing going back.
Number 7. The Bee Gees. Before you bring a world-famous band onto your show, it's probably best to brush up on at least a few of their songs. When Stayin' Alive Superstars appeared on Clive Anderson's talk show in 1996, things were tense from the beginning. Singer Barry Gibb seemed to become especially annoyed with Anderson after the host mentioned he'd forgotten one of their hits from the past, and the pop star laughed before simply excusing himself and walking off stage.
Remember we had one at the same time called Don't Forget to Remember, which was interesting.
I've forgotten that one. But,
we thought you might.
Yeah, of course.
We're getting on like a storm, aren't we, Clive?
Yes.
In fact, I might just leave.
Yeah. Oh, I've never had anyone walk out before, but...
With a painfully awkward half apology, the rest of the band slowly followed, leaving the stunned host all alone.
Oh, well, I guess I better join them.
Was it something he said? Number 6. Donald Trump. Since the beginning of his election campaign, there's been friction between the president and the press, to put it mildly. And this botched interview with CBS was no exception. It began smoothly, but things went south fast when the infamous validity behind the Obama wiretapping accusations were brought up.
You call him sick and bad.
Look, you can figure it out yourself.
Apparently, this was a touchy subject for President Trump, as only moments after the questioning began, he waved the reporter away and announced that the interview was over.
The United States.
It's enough. Thank you. Thank you very much.
To be quite honest, nobody was all that surprised.
Can't talk anymore. No, can't talk anymore.
Number 5. Robert Pattinson. Ryan Seacrest is no stranger to awkward moments.
Well, I'm giving you a high five.
But this red carpet weirdathon with the Twilight stars still makes us cringe. Chatting it up like old friends, the interview was going well until the radio host decided to poke at a taboo topic: Robert's relationship with his co-star, Kristen Stewart.
What do you say to your fans who are desperate to know about you and your co-star, Kristen? What can you tell them?
After an awkward pause, Pattinson's PR manager decided that enough was enough and spirited the teen heartthrob away, with Seacrest sitting shunned.
But I was just cut off for the first time ever.
Too bad, it didn't keep the Robston drama from blowing up all over the tabloids. Number 4, Naomi Campbell. diamonds, drama, cameras, being punched. This sounds like an episode of Real Housewives. Backstage during Campbell's charity fashion show for Haiti, ABC reporters decided to question the supermodel about how she allegedly received a large blood diamond from ex-Liberian President Charles Taylor. Apparently she wasn't in the mood to discuss her jewelry, as she quickly cut the reporter off and said that she would not be discussing any diamond during the interview.
From Charles. I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that.
Shortly afterwards, she stormed away, knocking a camera out of a producer's hand as she made a hasty exit.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Let's get up.
Number 3, Christine O'Donnell.
I think I'm being rather charming and respectful. I'm just asking you questions based on your own public statements.
When it comes to this notoriously sassy British TV personality, he has no issue putting his guests in the spotlight, whether it's Kelsey Grammer or once Republican Senate candidate Christine O'Donnell. Known for being just a tad eccentric, O'Donnell didn't disappoint with her reaction to Morgan's questions regarding her views on gay marriage.
Do you talk about gay marriage in the book?
What relevance is that right now?
At first dodging the question and then becoming angry at Morgan for his rudeness, the Senate hopeful announced that she had given up another interview for this slot and that she was being pulled away.
Yeah, okay, I'm being pulled away. You know, we turned down another interview for this.
Leaving us all in awkward silence.
All right, are we off? Are we done?
He's still there. I'm not. I'm still here.
Number 2, Robert Downey Jr.
What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
Sometimes we just want to forget about our bad days. When Iron Man star Robert Downey Jr. sat down to promote his latest Avengers movie, we're guessing he wasn't expecting to be asked about his political opinions, his relationship with his dad, or his past experiences with drugs and alcohol.
You've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you went to.
After testily answering a few of the interviewer's questions, Downey vainly tried to steer the topic back to the movie before deciding it was getting a little Diane Sawyer, waving goodbye and walking out.
You seem okay, it's just getting a little Diane Sawyer.
No, look, I don't want to do that.
We're just glad he didn't bring out his blasters.
It's good talk.
No, it wasn't.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
No comment?
He was quite right to make no comment, and no comment. Thank you.
Is that an attempt to hide your income?
Next question.
I think the peanut gallery is going to start chiming really quickly. We've been audited.
I think you can air what you want here out of this interview. It's done.
Why can't I?
You got a lot of nerve, boy, I'll tell you.
All you have done is negative. I haven't heard that. I make people laugh for 50 years. I am put on earth to make people laugh. My book is funny. I wear fur that was killed 15 years ago. I work for animal rights. Stop it with, and you do this, and you're mean, and you're that. You are not the one to interview a person who does humor. Sorry.
Number 1, Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar. You know it's bad when the hosts decide that they've had enough. Pit legendary Whoopi Goldberg against then Fox News host Bill O'Reilly, and the gloves are bound to come off. A heated debate regarding the construction of mosques after 9/11 sparked an argument between the hosts that escalated quickly.
Muslims killed us on 9/11.
Oh my God!
After O'Reilly remarked, "Muslims killed us on 9/11, both Behar and Goldberg decided they'd had enough and walked off.
You're outraged about
After a short cooldown and an apology from O'Reilly, they returned, but will never forget the stunned silence as the two TV titans figuratively left the building.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.